Peggy 3.
Welcome back to the Boot Room. This week we're talking the dark art, that is free kicks. Now, as always, I've got Darren Cross from Match Magazine with us, who's going to share his footballing brain. Now, Darren, free kicks, are they as tricky as some people seem to think they are?
They can be tricky, but there are definitely some things you can do that can increase your chances of scoring, and we're going to take a look at those today.
Now, I guess before you do a free kick, you've got to pick the right person for the right job. Absolutely.
I mean, if you've got a free kick specialist in your squad, then that really helps. So maybe have a look through before kick-off and look out for that trait. If not, it's not the end of the world. There's still a good chance you can score the free kick, but you need to select the players with the right attributes, and they vary according to what style of free kick you're going to go for.
Now, there are different ways of getting the ball, hopefully, into the back of the net. So let's talk about curling the shot first.
Yeah, curling the ball around the walls is a really reliable way of scoring a free kick. It often works. So the first thing you need to do is make sure you pick the right taker, and the two attributes you're looking for here are free kick accuracy and curve. So the first thing to do is hold down the right trigger and have a look for the player with the highest scores in those areas.
And then when it comes to actually taking the shot, I guess you've got to take into account where the wall is and how far away you are from the box as well.
Yeah, absolutely. So anywhere around the edge of the box is usually a good spot to curl the ball. Obviously, if you've got a left-footed player, then you want to curl the ball around the outside left of the wall and back in towards the goal, and the opposite for the right-footed player. So the first thing to do then is aim your shot, and the safest way I found to aim the curved free kick is to aim two players to the side of the wall, and what that does, it just ensures that you're not going to clip the wall with the ball as it comes past them.
So in terms of getting the curl into the shot, what do you need to do with the left stick?
Yeah, so the left stick, if you're curling the ball right, there are two things you can do. You can just hold the left stick to the right and power up your shot, and that's going to put the most amount of curl on the ball. Or you can hold the left stick diagonally to the right, and that's just going to put a little bit more power on it and a little bit more whip, which is going to sort of make it dip more as it comes in towards the goal, and it can be very effective.
So I guess if you're a right-footed player, you do the opposite. So you aim two players to the right of the wall, and you'd curl up and to the left while you're powering up.
Yeah, absolutely. If the ball's to the right of the DC and you want to go around the right-hand side of the wall with a right-footed player, then you're going to hold diagonal left and select your power, and that's really the last thing to do then, the power. And I would recommend that you don't ever go over 2 bars if you're aiming from sort of anywhere around the box, because there's a pretty good chance you're going to put the ball over the bar if you do. So anything under 2 bars, just under there or thereabouts, is probably going to hit the target, which is obviously the most important thing.
Now, a less subtle way of scoring a free kick, I guess, is to just smash it into the goal. Whereabouts and why would you want to do that?
I'd say you'd probably be a little bit further out than if you're going for the curl, because you need to get the ball up over the wall and then obviously down and into the goal. So yeah, slightly further out, and then it's really more about power here. So you're looking for free kick accuracy and power. Curve doesn't really come into it as much because you're just going for a straight drilled shot over the wall.
So in terms of achieving this powerful shot, what's the best way to go about it?
Yeah, so once you've selected the right player, power up your shot. You can afford to go slightly over 2 bars here, sort of 2.5 usually if you've got a really good taker. And then as you're shooting, you need to hold up on the left stick, and that obviously gets the ball up over the wall and then crucially puts that dip on it, which makes it hopefully go into the goal or test the goalkeeper.
So I guess when taking a free kick, sometimes you're actually too close to the penalty area to get it round the wall. So your other option is to lay the ball off. Have you got any favourite ways to do that?
Yeah, absolutely. So I like to bring in a couple of extra players, which you do by holding left trigger or right bumper. And then I'll fake a shot with one of those, have them run over the top of the ball, and then hopefully into the box where I'll find them with a 3 pass for a good shot on goal.
Good. And what would the button combinations be for that?
Yeah, so in this clip you can see we have the first player who runs over the ball, and all I did there was hold RB and then perform the fake shot move, which is to power up a shot with the shoot button and then press the short pass. He will go past the ball and make his way into the box, and then it's just a case of pressing the 3 pass button with the original taker and holding the left stick in the direction of the runner, and hopefully if you timed everything correctly, you should find yourself receiving the ball in the box, ready to shoot.
Now you've got another shot which I really like. It's when you flick the ball up for your player doing the shot.
I love this one, and unfortunately it doesn't go in as often as I would like, but on the few occasions that it does, it is great. So this is basically involves your one player flicking it up for your original taker, who then volleys the ball at goal. So the way to do this is to hold left trigger. Only really seems to work with the left trigger guy. So hold left trigger and then you just ever so slightly tap the long pass button. I mean a really small, minuscule press of the button, yeah. And he will basically scoop it up just in front of him or flick it up, and then it's just a case of volleying it with the shoot button with your original taker and aiming the volley and hoping that it flies into the back of the net. It
does look really cool. We've seen it get saved here, but I guess to the people you do it to, they must be cursing your name, Darren.
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't really know because I'm celebrating around the room at that point, going in and trying to save the replay, but yeah, it's good fun.
Is that what you do, run around with your jumper over your head when you score?
Yeah, on the rare occasions that one of those volleys goes in, that's probably the way I'd celebrate it.
Good, I'll take that tip on as well. Darren, what we're looking at next week?
Next week we're looking at first touch control and some tips that are going to help you with that.
Excellent, look forward to that. Thanks for your time. You can catch Darren every week in Match Magazine. I think that's available on a Tuesday, isn't that right?
Yep, that's right.
Good, take a look at it. We'll see you next time on the Boot Room.